Hello and welcome to Asia Now. My name is Alex, and in this video I'll tell you about the Philippines police confirmed protest rioters were paid to incite chaos. A motorcycle thief was caught by the police after it got into an accident. Update on the Russian at the back of a pickup truck. Police say there might be a syndicate behind street beggars in Cebu City. Major story from Thailand involving Indian tourists and a club manager at a prominent nightclub. Plus much more. Let's take a quick look at our USD to Peso exchange rate. Right now, $1 equal to 58.1. Jumping straight into our main story. The Philippines National Police confirmed that rioters during the September 21st anti-corruption protests were paid 3,000 pesos each to incite chaos. The protesters, mainly young people, were recruited online. The PNP is investigating the identities of those who paid the rioters, with leads pointing to a rapper and a businessman. During the incident, 242 individuals were arrested, including 60 minors who were sent to youth centers. Authorities ordered the release of 48 minors who were undergo diversion program under the Juvenile Justice Welfare Act. The protests saw masked individuals causing violence in several areas of the city. Hey, what a surprise! Somebody paid people to cause disruptions in a peaceful protest. Not the first time. If you do your due diligence looking into these kind of matters, you'll soon realize a lot of different agencies in every single country have their hands in situations like this. They want to disrupt the peace, whether it's governments, private business, individuals. There seems to be a lot of times somebody behind just some of this violence that occurs during a peaceful protest. And then an update on that Russian man in Thailand. A Russian man has provoked outrage in Thailand after mocking his arrest on social media following the reckless public stunt on Phuket. The 23-year-old Georgie staged a lewd performance with Thai woman in the back of a pickup truck, prompting swift action and his arrest. Authorities charged everyone involved. Instead of showing remorse, Gregory ridiculed Thai law enforcement through Instagram and Telegram posts, further fueling anger among locals. Calls for a harsher punishment for disrespectful tourists are gaining momentum. My man still got access to his phone. I guess it takes time to go through the course. I guess they're doing it. Buddy, put him on the next flight. What are you doing? Get him on a plane immediately. And there's a woman sitting next to him. I don't know if that's his mom, but if you actually go through his social media, it's insane the amount of nonsense that woman and what appears to be his father to me get involved in. It seems to be like a very, very strange dynamic because a lot of his content is geared towards the grown-ups, if you know what I mean, and she's involved in a lot of it. So it's pretty messed up. But yeah, I'm just surprised he still has the chance to be posting. He should be kicked out of the country the day they arrested him, put him on next flight. I'm sure there's a bunch of flights going out, one of whom to Russia. So yeah, surprise? Maybe not. If you know anything like this, a lot of times they use the actual arrest as more content for people to watch or pay or to look at. I hope that's the last we hear from this guy. Unless something major happens, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But staying in Pattaya, here's our next crazy story. Pattaya authorities have immediately closed a prominent boss club on Walking Street, Thailand, Pattaya, following a large-scale raid. The operation was launched after a tourist filed a complaint alleging the club's manager orchestrating an assault and brandishing a firearm over payment dispute. The September 30th raid involved over 100 officers from police and administrative units who halted activities and conducted comprehensive inspection. The investigation uncovered multiple severe violations. Nine employees tested positive for illegal substances. Over 40 undocumented foreign workers were discovered, including Indian, Myanmar, and Uzbek nationals. The club has been closed now, and the club manager remains at large, and police are pursuing him to the fullest extent of the law. Wow, okay. This guy apparently was like a VIP member. This Indian tourist is well known to the other clubs there. Everyone says that he always pays his tab, no issue. They say that took his gold necklace, and this guy was trying to act like a mafioso with bodyguards and all this stuff. Kind of crazy. It must be very important to get over 100 staff involved, shut that place down immediately, and now obviously uncovering a whole bunch of illegal stuff that's going on. Yeah, I'm just thinking it's got to be a big shot considering that's a very popular club. Even movie stars and celebrities, singers attend that nightclub, so it's got to be a very important person. Basically, the manager faffled big time. In a more positive news involving a whole bunch of people, this was really surprising to me, complete shock with the numbers. International Coast Cleanup of 2025 gathered 48,800 volunteers who collected over 200,000 kilos of trash. The flagship cleanup took place at SM by the Bay and Manila, with volunteers from diverse sectors working together to protect marine health. This event marked SM's Supermall's 40th anniversary and was part of their hashtag SM Waste Free Future campaign. SM emphasized that small actions can lead to big environmental impacts, showcasing their commitment to sustainability and community collaboration. Absolutely wonderful. If you live in the Philippines, you realize that trash and pollution is a major problem, major factor all around the place. So there's of course different organizations, volunteer groups, just like this one, that try to do their best. But it's, I think, very important to highlight these things to educate the young people, the public. It starts, I think, from that level, just to know the damage you can cause to just your home environment. Even if you don't believe in like tree hugging stuff or say the environment, the ozone layer, all that nonsense, you want to live in a clean area that's going to affect your personal health. Even on a selfish level, I think this is great to see people just doing what they can to clean up their surroundings. Let's go back to the Philippines. A motorcycle thief was caught by the police after it collided with a couple on a motorcycle in Barangay Holy Spirit. Buddy, the way your head hit that cement, I'm really surprised you got up and walked it off. Must be on some kind of substances doing that kind of stuff. No shirt, no helmets. Probably I don't see no shoes on him. I gotta look at that video again. But yeah, crazy to see this happen. And they all rushed to the other two, the bystanders. I think they may have known that this dude was kind of wacko or something, because maybe he was at fault. That's why they rushed to help the two individuals on the other motorcycle. Staying on the streets, a 37-year-old woman driving a BMW in the wrong direction in Thailand in Natamburi province caused a chain collision involving 10 vehicles at 9:40 p.m. September 29th. She was driving under the influence and has confessed. She will be responsible for all damages through insurance, with charges pending for driving while being intoxicated. That's a lot of money to be paying through insurance if she has it. Let's hope she does, because 10-car pileup is going to cost you a whole lot of money. For our next story, let's go back to the Philippines. Have you ever noticed when you're out there, and no matter which city you are, there seems to be like a coordinated effort from either kids or mothers carrying children, or someone in a obviously financial difficulty asking you for money, and you wonder how come they're always in the same spot, no one's helping them. Well, it seems to be, at least according to Cebu officials, there might be a syndicate behind these street beggars. Authorities in Cebu City are investigating reports of potential syndicate that may be facilitating the growing number of street beggars. The investigation was launched after a local official reported sighting of a van dropping off beggars, including adults. Including adults with children at various locations. This raises concern that the groups begging on busy intersections are being organized. The unit tasked with intelligence gathering has been ordered to monitor the situation and track down the owner of the vehicle to identify any possible organizers. The rise in beggars has also been highlighted as a major traffic accident risk. And just the safety of the kids is the only thing I'm really concerned about, to be honest. And I'm kind of surprised nobody noticed it before. 2025, I feel like from as long as I've been going to the Philippines, I've always seen kind of the same kind of situation. So maybe someone reported it and now they have to do something. Or most people just thought this is part of like just the way things are in that area. So I think that's what happens a lot of times. At least personally, I always just assume someone's taking care of something, So I guess unless somebody actually starts doing something, we will never really know. I hope whatever the situation is, they can, if it is a syndicate, to hold them responsible, because in the Philippines, it's against the law to give money to beggars, right? You're supposed to give them like food and help and things like that, which I think I support, like, I'm not gonna lie. If I see somebody physically disabled, like a missing limb or something, I'm a sucker for that. I mean, most of the time I do it. But sometimes for regular people that I just feel like they're exploiting the kids, their situation. But most of the time when I'm not quite sure where the money goes and they don't accept food, I think that's when the little red flag goes up in my head. Let me know if you had any experience regarding what I'm talking about in this story in Cebu or any other place in the Philippines. Remaining in Cebu City is pushing for an anti-short change ordinance requiring stores to always give exact change or face penalties. Okay, so how many times have you not been given change or exact change? And I think a lot of times these like smaller stores, sari stores, pay you back in like candy or chocolate or something like that. So I think they try and stop some of that happening. Moving on to Thailand, law enforcement of Bangkok conducted a search at a hotel in Klong Toei district after staff reported unclaimed bag with suspicious odor left in storage since September 24th. On September 29th, police and hotel staff jointly inspected the package. Inside the bag, officers discovered 11 packages containing what was confirmed to be coke and crazy stuff. A lot of material to leave behind, 11 kilos. I wonder what the street value is of that. In the Philippines, in Asipulo, Ifugao, a grandfather, William Anudan, and his grandson, CJ, Bukahan found 305,000 pesos in cash lost along a provincial road. Despite the temptation, William immediately took the money to the police station, stating it was simply the right thing to do. Later, it was revealed the owner had lost a total of 900,000 pesos, demonstrating incredible community honesty, and the remaining 600,000 was also quickly returned by others. Town people, the incident serves as a powerful reminder that integrity is more valuable than money. Yeah, I think that's true if everybody follows the rules. That's the only thing, right? This individual doing the right thing, who knows where that money came from and if it's going to the right thing. Of course, always it is the right thing to do, but I'm thinking it would be nice if everybody followed the exact same playbook and the same rules, but good for these two. Very tempting not to take that money. Now it's time for our segment Yesterday Today, beginning with Dirty Bird 506 says, deflate the tires on the bus to creep out, then air them back up with a portable inflator. They must have forgotten that this bus had a 4-inch AC on top, unlike the other bus that he was used to driving. Yeah, maybe, but you should still know the height of your new vehicle and the skywalk that's above you. Telly Jeeb says, yeah, it's really odd that such fall accidents happen frequently there. And Lesser Me says, I'm not trying to go against the conspiracy theories, but falls are the second leading cause of unintentional injury worldwide. Each year, an estimated 684,000 individuals pass away falls globally, of which over 80% are in low to middle income countries. Adults older than 60 years of age suffer the greatest number of fatal falls. Honestly, some things get reported, other things don't. I was surprised on the fast times on the autopsy. It takes me weeks to get a camera panel back. That's the real story. Ever see Alex hanging out at a gas station? Now we know why. I be... Yeah, anyways, yesterday's story said how a lot of PTT gas stations in Thailand use female gas station attendants, and perhaps that is why I'm hanging out there. Thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts down below regarding any of the stories I covered today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.